Wednesday, July the 13th. Welcome back to that series of videos where I talk about it immediately after doing the workout. So this is not a minute removed. Probably more than a minute, actually. I'm not breathing as hard as I should be. But, okay, so winter time, I hate how cold it is because we want to run outside and we don't, and probably we should fix that. But in any case, now I'm going to complain about the humidity. It's hot, right? It's not like in the 90s, but the humidity is so high it feels like it. So we got to make sure that we're being careful on workouts like this that are long. But luckily, this one's not, well, maybe I shouldn't say luckily. This one's not asking us to lift a lot of load. Maybe we wish that it did, because then we could justify taking more time and resting a little bit more. So this is not a sprint, but something that is paced faster. So you have to time our rest. So let's say it's 5 rounds, 4 different movements, 20 of each per round. And it's a pretty good time to do like sets of 10, except for the sit-ups. And even then, I'm someone who, I'm on record as saying, I don't do sit-ups fast. I don't know what a fast sit-up is, but I know some of you do. So for me, I'm not breaking sit-ups into 10s. You might want to, because I'm already going pretty slow. So I would recommend, especially if there's any movement in this workout that you're just like straight up worried about, then break it up earlier than you think you have to, and or modify the way that you know how. Sit-ups are sit-ups. I believe everyone can do not only sit-ups, but the 20 of them. If we're not doing sit-ups, then we're probably going to do tuck-ups. After that, we have sumo deadlift high pulls with a kettlebell. We like that. It keeps your shoulders into a better position. Not necessarily your shoulders, just that we don't really have kettlebells heavy enough to bring you into internal rotation, which is what we want to avoid with the barbell. So we like the kettlebell for that reason. I used a 53 today, literally out of laziness, because my 70 is in my car and I didn't feel like going to get it. So 53 felt like plenty for me today anyway. So keep that in mind. Push-ups. This workout is made or broken. The push-ups make or break this workout. Break them up. Well, I won't even say break them up early. It's just one of those things where I did my first set as an unbroken set of 20, and then I came to regret that later. And later on, it was more like 10-5-5. So maybe if I hadn't gone unbroken on the first round, I would have been able to do some more like sets of 10 going forward. Don't know now, but just keep in mind, we want to take shorter rests. So if that means sets of 3s and 2s, remember from Murph, we're okay with that as long as you stick with the same modification. And if you have to break them up or go into knees, that's fine. Lastly, we have thrusters. So it's an empty barbell thruster, and as usual with that kind of load, I'm sure that the head goes to, well, simple weight for me. No matter what it is, it's an empty barbell, so I'm going to crush this. And I would ask you to take pause and think about that for a second. What have we done today? We've done nothing but pressing or pushing movements up until the time of the WOD, and then right before the thrusters, we did push-ups. So you are fatigued enough that an empty barbell on the thruster is not your favorite thing in the world. And so I would recommend, sounds nutty, but you'll learn the hard way if you have to break it up. I for certain did 15s and 5s, because I would get to 15 and feel like, well, that was too much. I'm burning out here, and I want to make sure that I have something left for future rounds. So it wasn't until, I think I did the first round and the 5th round, all 20, but in between it was 15s and 5s and 10-5-5s on the push-ups. So this took me in the 19s. So this is a longer one for a Wednesday. So just keep that in mind. Enjoy.